From abandoned asylums to deserted mining towns, some places are just best left alone. But what if the place you're exploring has already been claimed by someone who never left? Across history, forgotten places hide terrifying secrets, stories too disturbing to be told until now. But first, a quick reminder to subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week, and we think you'll find something that interests you. So stick around, because today we're about to show you the creepiest places that still haven't been cleaned out. Number 10. The ghost town of Arado. The year is 1860 when gold was discovered near Oroville, California, sparking the tale of many eager fortune seekers. Soon enough, tents started to pop up, and the population of this ghost town began to grow. As time went on, buildings were put up, businesses opened their doors, and families moved into town. But it was only a few short years later when silver was found nearby. This caused everyone to pack up and move to the new shiny spot, leaving this once booming settlement empty. Since then, the site of Old Town has been visited by plenty of ghost hunters. Many have reported hearing gunshots and screams at night, believing they were coming from former residents who refused to leave the only home they ever knew. Visitors have also claimed to see a little girl wandering through the street, and an old man who seems to sit on the porch of one of the houses all day. But with nobody else around, who could he be waiting for? These days, the town is a state historic park, but at night, it's said to come alive with paranormal activity. Would you explore this haunted town or skip it for now? Let us know your thoughts below. Number 9. Danvers State Hospital. The Danvers State Hospital opened its doors back in 1878. It was originally supposed to be a much-needed solution for those suffering from mental illness in Massachusetts. However, things took a dark turn when lobotomies became popular. Patients were subjected to these procedures without their consent, often resulting in their deaths. It wasn't long after this that patients began to disappear from the hospital, with staff claiming that some had simply wandered off, while others say there were foul plays involved. When the hospital closed down in 1990, the entire staff packed up and left without so much as cleaning out their office. To this day, visitors report seeing doctors and patients walking through the halls. They can hear voices coming from padded rooms and see faces staring at them from behind glass windows. Although most of the hospital is boarded up, there are a few areas that remain open to the public. Maybe it's just their imagination, or maybe there are some things better left undisturbed. Number 8. Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Waverly Hills Sanatorium is a place where thousands of lives were lost trying to fight tuberculosis. It was first used as a sanatorium back in 1910 and treated over 75,000 patients over the years. While it was successful in helping many make a recovery, it was also the cause of many deaths. Back in 1961, the building was finally demolished, but not before the last patient died there in 1962. Since then, the site has been investigated several times by ghost hunters. They claim to have heard coughs of infected patients, the sound of machinery from X-ray rooms, and even seen shadow figures. There's even a picture of what appears to be a young boy standing in the hallway with a nurse. What makes this photo even creepier is that he's standing in front of a mirror, and the reflection shows him standing in an entirely different location. It's clear that this place is filled with tragedy, and many believe that the spirits refuse to leave the sanatorium. Number 7. Eastern State Penitentiary. The Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia was once considered the best prison in the United States. But today, it's been left in complete disrepair. Over the years, the prison became overcrowded and understaffed. Rumors of abuse began to circulate. By the 1980s, the prison was completely abandoned. Since then, the historical site has become a popular destination for thrill seekers and ghost hunters. Over the years, strange activities have been reported throughout the grounds, including cell doors slamming shut and disembodied footsteps. There's even footage of a shadow figure walking down a set of stairs. And let's not forget about the eerie green mist that's believed to cover the prison from time to time. While the legend of the mist has never been confirmed, photographs from inside the prison show strange anomalies that have never been explained. Most say the prison is haunted by one of its former prisoners, a man named Al Spencer. He was sentenced to life in prison for murder and spent his entire sentence at Eastern State. When he died, it was believed that his body remained in his cell, never being properly removed. To this day, visitors report hearing his laughter echoing through the halls. Number 6. North Brother Island. North Brother Island is uninhabited. Well, that is inhabited by humans, that is. The island was used as a quarantine zone back in the early 1900s, housing those with highly contagious diseases like tuberculosis, smallpox, and yellow fever. Eventually, a hospital was built on the island to treat patients with drug addiction. Throughout the years, several famous celebrities stayed here, including Charlie Chaplin and Babe Ruth. However, by the 1960s, there was a need for more modern facilities, so the hospital was abandoned and everyone left the island. Today, it's said to be haunted by former patients and staff members. In fact, there are several pictures of strange faces peering through windows, and others show mysterious figures standing in line, seemingly waiting for a ferry to take them off the island. Maybe they're the ones who never left. No. 5. Penhurst State School and Hospital. While visiting this place may seem like a fun idea, we definitely recommend staying away. Penhurst State School and Hospital opened back in 1883 and offered services for those with disabilities and mental illnesses. But within the first few years, staff began to be accused of ill treatment and even torture. As time went on, it was clear that the facility was way overcrowded and understaffed. By 1987, the institution was completely shut down due to poor conditions. Today, the buildings remain standing, but only as a shell. Visitors have reported seeing shadow figures moving through the hallways and hearing voices calling out for help. Some even say that they can smell patients being burned alive inside the crematorium, which operated right up until the school was shut down. Number 4. Poveglia Island. Known as the most haunted island on Earth, Poveglia Island has quite a dark history. It was first used as a quarantine zone during the Black Plague, housing over 100,000 sick individuals. Eventually, a mental asylum was built on the island to house former soldiers who had gone insane. By the 1970s, the asylum was demolished and the island was abandoned. Since then, only 2 people have been allowed on the island. One was an author who claimed to hear voices everywhere he walked, and another was a filmmaker who claimed to have seen a transparent human figure walking towards him. With this track record, it's safe to say that this island is one you should probably stay away from. Number 3. Hillview Insane Asylum. Hillview Insane Asylum opened its doors in 1873. It was originally intended as a place of healing and recovery. But things quickly took a turn. Within the first decade, lobotomies became a common practice, but were carried out incorrectly. This resulted in many patients losing their minds and the asylum becoming overcrowded. Eventually, it was taken over by the government who did away with the lobotomies, but this led to neglect and abuse among the staff. The asylum was eventually abandoned and fell into disrepair. Today, the building remains, but the grounds are overgrown and the interior is completely destroyed. Daredevils sometimes sneak into the asylum and claim to have seen nurses and patients roaming the halls. Others say they can hear screaming and banging coming from inside. Number 2. The Stanley Hotel. The Stanley Hotel needs no introduction. The famous hotel was first opened in 1909, but it wasn't long after that it was purchased by F. Stanley himself. Throughout the years, the hotel saw many guests come and go, but it was one guest in particular who made the hotel infamous. Stephen King stayed at the hotel in 1974 and was inspired to write The Shining. After reading the story, many visitors have reported feeling a sense of unease while staying at the hotel. Some say they can feel their body being touched, while others hear phantom piano music coming from the concert hall. With the elevator being a hotspot for activity, some have even captured photos of what appear to be ghosts standing on the stairs. Number 1. Spellman Asylum. The Spellman Asylum was first opened in 1852 and housed those with mental health issues. While it was initially meant to be a place of healing and tranquility, it soon became a place of terror. Overcrowding and understaffing became a major issue, resulting in violence against both patients and staff. By the 1990s, the asylum had become a crumbling ruin. Today, it's abandoned and left untouched. Urban explorers have reported finding medical equipment and straitjackets left behind, and many claim to have seen shadowy figures walking through the rubble. There's even a picture showing what appears to be a woman standing by a window, even though the window was boarded up from the outside. Maybe she wants to get out. These places remind us that not all ghosts are friendly. Which of these locations would you visit? Let us know in the comments below and be sure to subscribe to Ghostly History Official. Until next time.